We'll start, in fact, with what the EU's response has been overnight. The EU's Trade Commissioner Cecilia Malmström has responded firmly to President Trump's tariffs. She said that the EU had offered dialogue, but that now we are not going to enter into any negotiations. The FT, meantime, reporting that President Macron of France told President Trump in a phone call last night that the US actions were tantamount to, quote, economic nationalism that will penalize everyone, including the US, and warned that the EU would, quote, react by taking appropriate measures in a firm manner and proportionately in conformity with World Trade Organization rules. As you just mentioned, J.P. Morgan Chairman and CEO Jamie Dimon weighing in on this topic at a conference just an hour or so ago.
I do think that this trade stuff is a negative. It's going to hurt sentiment. It's badly thought through. It's not strategic. There are legitimate complaints about trade, but this is not the way to go about it. And you see it, in the volatility in the market.
That said, outside of trade, he remained optimistic on the economy, saying we're only two-thirds of the way into the economic cycle. He touted a golden age for banking, though warned of competition from China. J.P. Morgan is up today, like the rest of the banks, but in fact still down over 2% week to date. Guys?
Wilf, people you're talking to calling this a trade war yet?
I think people have tried to step back from that, and you heard Cecilia Malmström, the EU Trade Commissioner, trying not to use that term, and also try to sort of, with a slight snipe towards the president, said, America is going for protectionism, we remain open, as if to sort of give a glimmer of hope in the dialogue. And I think when people start to use trade war, it's almost as if they shut that down.
But they also said, we're not talking. You hit us, we're going to hit you back proportionally, and we're not talking anymore.
For sure. I think, we could pick out the silver linings in the rhetoric, but trade war is a phrase that I guess people are still not trying to use. I mean, the one thing we saw very clearly there from Justin Trudeau yesterday in Canada, and we've definitely seen in the EU, people feel it as well in the UK, is the added aspect of we're meant to be allies, and this is taking quite a diplomatic hit as well, and it's a blow not just economically, not just to market volatility, but it's a blow kind of inside. People don't like to be hit by an ally, whether it's by trade or anything else.
And I think one of the keys is that for our allies that are looking to put retaliatory tariffs in place is that they're not doing it immediately overnight either. There's going to be a time period before it actually takes effect, right?
And I think, again, with that, whether it's that or whether people think this is art of the deal type stuff from the president, we haven't seen as big a sell-off in markets over the last 24 hours as perhaps you could have imagined. I mean, the Italy factor in the start of the week was way bigger for markets than this has been.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.